Hey Nicole, here's a quick walkthrough of your B workout that we're adding to your program. Starting off, we're going to check out the rear foot elevated split squat. We need to just be able to elevate the rear foot on something that's roughly knee height. And this could be a couch or a bench in this case. I've got the adjustable bench here, and I'm going to place the top of my foot resting on the bench. My ankle joint should be right at the edge of the bench. We're going to be doing this to focus on targeting the glutes, which means we're going to be sitting back and down into the hip and bringing your chest down towards your thighs. So we're leaning forward as if you're bending down to tie your shoes. If balance is a factor and that's making it difficult for you to push the set hard, you can absolutely set this up where you can hold on to something with a free hand or even grab a broomstick or any long straight pole to kind of use like a walking stick to give you a little bit of extra balance. We also have an exercise that is funnily named a poor man's leg extension. So this is taking the place that a leg extension machine would have in the gym. And it can be very hard or very easy depending on how much range of motion we use. The video in the app shows a lady demonstrating this with a huge range of motion, which is incredibly difficult and very impressive. But we can scale this back by placing our feet against a wall, squeezing our glutes and our abs, and then simply leaning back, keeping everything nice and stacked through the knee, hip, and shoulder until our head hits the wall. You'll feel a ton of stretch and tension in the front of your thighs, hips, and abs here. Once we can do this for about 15 reps, we'll simply progress the movement by moving slightly forward an inch or two off the wall. And then I'm going to continue, this time having to go a little bit further back before the back of my head can touch the wall. Then we have a hamstring curl exercise. Now, this can be done either with a yoga ball like this one. Even better would be something smaller like the medicine ball shown in the demo video in the app. But you actually don't need either of those. We can do them just wearing socks on some sort of hardwood or tile, rough, kind of slippery floor like this. So all we're looking to do in that case is lay on our back with our feet straight out in front of us. And we're going to start in basically a glute bridge position with our hips elevated. And I'm going to slide my feet forward, keeping my hips and back off the ground, feeling the tension in my hamstrings, and then I'm dragging my heels back till they're at roughly 90 degrees. So again, my lower back, my hips, back of my legs are all off the ground. It's just my heels really that are digging into that floor, and I'm dragging them back towards me. So pretty difficult, shouldn't take a ton of reps to fatigue your hamstrings. Moving on to upper body, we're doing a hands elevated push-up. So push-ups from the floor are quite tough to do, especially with a full range of motion, but we can scale them back by having our hands on something that's higher off the ground. The easiest example of this would be like a wall push-up, right, which is going to be quite easy to do for most people. But we can choose something at a more in-between height. The main standard we're looking for is that our chest should touch the surface that we're pressing off of on every single rep. So in this case, if I were to use this bench, I'm going to place my hands just outside shoulder width, and I'm going to control my chest down till it touches the bench and press up. If I find that I can't touch my chest to whatever surface, then I want to choose something that's higher, that's more elevated. Could be the arm of a couch, could be a countertop, and then work towards lower and lower hand placement as you get stronger. And then finally, we've got a dumbbell pullover. So this is going to train some of your back muscles, your lats here. Pretty self-explanatory. We do want to start light with this And we're going to be doing this laying on your back on the floor. Gripping the dumbbell, however, is comfortable. You can either grip it with both hands, fingers interlaced like so, or grip it on each side. We're just looking to reach the arms back behind you as far as possible until the dumbbell touches the floor and come up just to about 90 degrees. And then for the final exercise, we're going to be working on lateral core stability. This is the obliques. And also the hips are going to be involved in this as well. We're going to sit up with the knees bent and stacked on top of each other like so. The elbow should be directly underneath the shoulder. And I'm simply going to lift my hips up like so and reach this arm up towards the ceiling. We're working our way up towards a 30-second hold. We want to make sure that the knee, hip, and shoulder are forming a straight line, so I'm not sitting back like this. My hips are pushed forward. And then once we can do this for about 30 seconds, we'll work on doing a straight-legged version, like so. So as always, let me know if any of this bothers your neck or triggers migraines, but these should be good complementary exercises to cover some of the muscle groups and movements that weren't as thoroughly addressed in your first workout.